Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of DeLady's Studios, where we are creating the Finding Nemo dark ride. And finally, we are adding the big turtle crush to the scenes. And as I said in the last episode, I am just super happy with the end result of this huge scene. I really hope you guys like it too. There's so much going on. Well, it's not moving. That's unfortunate, but we can't do anything about that. But at least the car is moving, I guess. But you will all see that, of course, in the POV afterwards. And I'm just really happy with how this turned out. Also, we will have, like I said in the previous episode, I don't really have that much space to fill in for the scenes after this huge scene. So the only thing I did was adding the seagulls, if I'm right, that's the pronunciation. Yeah, I think that's the translation of it. The seagulls that are saying might. Well, they don't say might, of course, but you get what I mean. So I tried to add those in the last scene, and there is just one hallway that is still empty, and I'm trying to think maybe to do something with water or something like that, just to have some action going on in the last hallway. Even though I have no real space to add a scene, maybe it's fun to use something with water, but I'm just still thinking about that. So I haven't finished that yet, and I also didn't finish the outside section yet. I tried to do it, but there was still a heat wave going on this weekend, and it was just so freaking hot. I was like, oh, I felt terrible. Everything is on really slow mode at this point. Today it's getting way better, so that's a really good thing. So I have a little bit more energy probably to continue it. But the thing also is that my boyfriend has two little boys. Well, the older one is 15 and the youngest one is 5, and the oldest one is coming over for 2.5 weeks, and so I'm not really sure how my planning will be the next coming weeks, because I just have no idea if I'm able to record that much as I usually do, also because of the noise. Also, the smaller one is coming to us for a few days, so it's I can't promise anything for the next coming days / weeks, because I just don't know what we're gonna do. We're going out, and we're just gonna have some nice family time. I think that's the most important thing, and I think with the summer going on right now, I think it's okay to have a little bit less of a schedule the next coming weeks. So it might take a little bit longer for us to finish this dark ride, but when everything is finished and summer is over, then we can continue as much as we can, of course, again. But I hope you guys understand that I'm gonna have some family time too in between, and I'm just pretty sure that you guys all understand that. So thank you guys in advance. And please, of course, do let me know in the comment section what you think of this huge turtle scene and everything else. I really hope you guys love it as much as I do. The only thing I'm a little bit annoyed of is the lighting. It works, the lighting really works for the scenery pieces, but for the art pieces, they have that shimmering thing. I don't know how you call that, and you really see all the lights flashing in those art pieces. So that's the only thing I'm a little bit annoyed of, that I wish I could just remove that, but that's just not possible. You can see it at nighttime too. You see all kinds of white bubbles, but I just can't do anything about that. I tried to change the lighting a few times, but it just didn't really work out. So yeah, we just have to work with that. It is what it is, and else we couldn't even create these characters from the movie. So yeah, let me just jump in, because I'm rattling again. Let me just jump in some of your comments. I don't think the commentary will be very long because I have some more planning today, but it's gonna be fine. Kane says, you really captured the Stone Server dude look of Crush. As for the story, you could say it's Nemo and Marlin telling everyone about their adventure. That way, leaving out the Nemo capture scene would make sense because they would already know about that. I actually really love that idea because I said in the last episode, I wasn't really sure because I don't really have a scene that we save Nemo. So I think this is a really nice idea to just leave that scene out and just close that window because it's easy as that. And then we're gonna tell the story of, and well, at least they tell the story and they go back to their turtle friends to visit them one more time or something like that. I think that makes total more sense. So thank you so much for that idea, Kane. I really like that. Paul Lucas says, this is looking amazing. I hope it's even better than the Monsters Inc. ride you did. I don't know what your next ride will be, but I hope it's Wall-E or Up. I love your videos. Thank you so much, Paul Lucas. I honestly haven't seen Wall-E. I did see Up. I have been looking into Up for a lot of times, like already before we even started this. I just really felt like, oh my gosh, it would be so awesome to do something like Up for the park, but I'm still not really sure. I love the movie, but I think it will be also a tough one again because these are humans and I still have to try that. Gosh, I feel so much saying the same things all over, but yeah, I'm just replying. I'm not really sure. I love Up, so it could be a thing, or maybe just even a shop with like all those balloons above the shop. That would also be a thing. So no dark ride, but just a reference to it. Oh, that's maybe a really nice idea. That could work. Okay, I'm gonna look into that because I like that. I'm not really sure for a dark ride then, but maybe we could do a shop. So thank you for the idea, because now I just got an idea in my head. Thank you. And I really hope so too for the dark ride, of course, because like I was looking for music for the Monsters Inc. Dark Ride, and I noticed that when I was listening to the theme song of Monsters Inc., that the vintage song we got with Planet Coaster looks pretty similar because of the instruments they use. So that was really easy, but I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, what kind of music can we use for the Nemo ride? And I still haven't figured that out. I've been listening to some stuff, and it's gonna be a challenge, but the music really says a lot for the ride, in my opinion. So the music is very, very important to give it a whole feeling, right? So it's gonna be a challenge, guys. It's definitely going to be a challenge, but hopefully it's gonna be way better than Monsters Inc. That was, for me, it feels like the very first dark ride. It's not really the very first dark ride because the Haunted Manor was my very first dark ride, and the Alice in Wonderland was with a lot of help of SP Ridley. But for some reason it does feel more of my very first dark ride. That's weird, isn't it? Oh well, it's totally fine, I guess. But yeah, it's gonna be a challenge, but hopefully we can manage to create something awesome with this dark ride, including the music, of course. Thank you so much for your comment, Paul Lucas. Riddle42 says, so I work at Finding Nemo's Submarine Voyage at Disneyland, California. It's cool to see someone building something in Planet Coaster related to my life. Oh, that's just super awesome. Like, I haven't been in Disneyland, California. I really would love to go there someday, of course. I would love to visit Disneyland there. Maybe we can even meet up if it's there, and if you're still working there. That would be awesome, Riddle. And please do let me know what you think of the dark ride when it's all done. I'm really curious because I'm pretty sure you've ridden the Finding Nemo ride a lot of times, so you can compare it, even though it's not really a recreation or anything like that, but maybe for the feeling or something. Just please do let me know what you think of it when it's all done. Thank you so much for your comment. I'm really looking forward to it, to what you think of the dark ride. Joey says, Pearl is indeed a girl. I knew that. Maybe I didn't. I wasn't sure. But thank you so much. I thought it was a girl, but I wasn't really sure. So now thank you for mentioning that. So Pearl is a girl, and she is they let her ink. Oh, the poor girl. It's so funny. Thank you so much. So Shikei says, I'm in love with this ride. Love how you made the fish. They look so cute. And I also really love how the billboards look at and all the lights in the scenes. And a little idea, maybe you can use the new flowers in bright colors to look like coral. I really don't understand why I didn't use them in colors. I just immediately made them green and I thought, oh yeah, that looks good, but definitely we could use some more colors with the flowers. So I might go back and change it a little bit with some more colors, because we could always use some more colors, because it's like the ground of the sea, which is colorful as hell. Well, especially if you're like 6-7 meters underneath the surface. So definitely we could use some more flowers. Thank you so much for the idea. I really don't understand why I didn't thought of that. You also said the big turtle looks also really cool. And a little question, if you can make an expansion pack, what theme would you give it? I already replied to you in the comment section, but that would definitely be a fairy tale theme, because a fairy tale is still my all-time favorite one. There was a series going on by S.P. Ridley and S. Dan Wolf with like your Planet Coaster Dreams, and I was replying to it on Twitter like, oh my gosh, there's so much I would love to see in Planet Coaster, and a lot of it is fairy tale. Like I was asking for like elves and moving props with elves and those kind of stuff, and I don't know, more like the smaller items, so you could make like small little mushrooms and those kind of things. Even though now I'm working more with the art pieces, I could definitely try to recreate them myself. And also like dwarves and what else could you have? There's so much in the fairy tale theme. I also would like to have more dragons, because I do feel like the dragons we have now, they are super huge and not really usable for a lot of things, especially with those big mechanical things underneath. They make them really hard to use. I'm really happy we did use them in the dragon area in the Lady in Wonderland, but still I really would love to have some more, maybe some attacking ones and that kind of stuff. I really would love those. And gosh, there's so many things. Like, I'm really happy with the VFXs we got now with the bees and the insects and those kind of things, but we could also have, like, for example, small little elves flying around, or I don't know, there's just so much you can imagine with fairy tale, and I just really hope someday we will get more fairy tale themed items in the park. So yeah, if I could make an expansion pack, a DLC, I would definitely go for a fairy tale pack, because I think there are just so many things we could add to it. Like, fairy tale could also be like the piratey stuff like you see in Peter Pan. At least in my opinion, I think that would totally fit more of the fairy tale theme. And there's just so much more. Like, what if you think of a fairy tale DLC, what kind of stuff would you like to see in that expansion pack? There, I believe there are 100,000 of things we could add to it. Maybe even more trees with like very weird roots and that kind of stuff. There could be so many things in it, or more flowers and bushes and there's okay, I can keep rambling about this, but I'm really curious, like, what kind of things would you like to see if we could get a fairy tale themed DLC? And also, what kind of rides would fit in there? Do you guys have any ideas for that? I'm really curious to see what you guys would add to it. I'm gonna leave it for now, guys. As I said, I really have a lot of stuff to do at this point, but thank you guys so much for watching. Please do let me know in the comment section what your ideas are of the ride so far. And as I said, I can't really promise. There will be one episode tomorrow again on the channel, and afterwards I'm not really sure if there will be daily content. I will try, of course, to make as much content as possible, but as I said, I'm gonna have some family time too, so hopefully you guys understand that I will be off for a little bit more. I will keep reading your comments, obviously, and I will keep commenting to them, even though it's maybe a little bit later in the videos or just in the comment section, obviously. Please make sure to leave a like at the video if you do, and make sure to subscribe if you already haven't, if you want to see more of this dark ride and also future dark rides we are planning to do. And I just really hope to see you all in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys.